Hi everyone. A very good morning to all of you. Now we are going to study about the question number 33, that is related to magnetic potential energy, or that the magnetic dipole nothing but bar magnet placed inside the uniform magnetic field. What will happen? So to understand the questions based on this, the very first thing is, what is bar magnet and its magnetic moment? That is the first thing we need to understand. So bar magnet nothing but a magnetic material in the cuboid shape with two ends which are like south pole and north pole, and with a separation, let's take 2L. Now each pole has strength called M, pole strength, so that magnetic moment we define as pole strength times distance between the two poles. This is the basic definition, and you can also understand like south pole is like magnetic negative charge, north pole is like magnetic positive charge. Now what is the effective magnetic moment of combination of magnets? Like if you take one magnet, this is south pole, this is north pole, and this is 2L, then the magnetic moment is M into 2L. Now they can cut the magnet along its axis, or they can cut the magnet along the perpendicular axis. In this case, M1 equal to M2 equal to, length remains same but pole strength becomes half, so that the magnetic moment will become half of the initial one. And here pole strength remains same but length becomes half. So here also M1 M2 equal to M by 2. And sometimes they will keep the two magnets, like this is one magnet and this is another magnet. We kept them in contact at some angle. Now this is M1 and this is M2. Then the resultant is M square equal to M1 square plus M2 square plus 2 M1 M2 cos theta. So if you use the vector resultant, then you can solve the questions based on the resultant or effective magnetic moment when two magnets are kept in contact or they arranged at some inclination. Such kind of question they will ask. Or sometimes they will also ask the question like a magnet is bent in the form of like semicircle. Suppose like this, they bent. Then this is south pole, this is north pole. Now this is the effective length will become. So now how do you find this effective length? Is the length of the magnet, now it is equal to perimeter of the semicircle. From that you will find the radius, then the distance between the two poles is equal to diameter. So using that way you can find the now the new magnetic moment of the magnet which is bent in the form of semicircle shape. Like that they can ask question based on the magnetic moment. And sometimes they will ask question like in the presence of external magnetic field, if you keep a bar magnet with the south pole and north pole such that its magnetic moment is making some angle theta with the magnetic field. That means here theta is the angle between magnetic moment and magnetic field. Now the magnetic moment always directs from south pole to north pole. Now the work done in rotating the magnet from one angle theta 1 to another angle theta 2 is minus mb cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1, and if theta 1 equal to pi by 2, if we take it as reference, then the final potential energy, because this is nothing but work done nothing but equal to change in potential energy, and at reference the potential energy 0 if you take, and for any other angle the potential energy is minus mb cos theta, nothing but minus m bar dot b bar for any angle, I mean theta 2 equal to theta. So this is the magnetic potential energy of the dipole. And also sometimes they'll ask question based on stable and unstable equilibrium. When theta is 0 degrees, then potential energy is minus mb. When theta is 180 degrees, u is plus mb because cos 180 minus 1. So this is minimum, this is maximum. So minimum means stable equilibrium, maximum means unstable. Theta 0 means stable equilibrium and theta 180 degrees means unstable equilibrium. So this is what we need to understand about the dipole. So based on this they can ask the question. But here one more thing, like when you place a bar magnet in the presence of external magnetic field, actually first it experiences a magnetic torque. That magnetic torque tau bar equal to m bar cross b bar, then magnetic torque equal to mb sin theta. This is the magnetic torque. So when we do work or this magnetic torque does work, then work done we will calculate by using integration tau d theta from theta 1 to theta 2. That is what here we have written the equation. So sometime they will also ask question based on the torque also. Torque acting on the bar magnet, nothing but magnetic dipole. Already we have taken this equation in the previous lecture also. Let's see a few questions based on the same concept. The very first thing. A bar magnet when placed at an angle of 30 degrees to the direction of magnetic field. So the magnetic field is 5 into 10 power minus 2 Tesla and at an angle 30 degrees experience a moment of couple, nothing but torque, that is 2.5 into 10 power minus 6 Newton meter, the length of the magnet. Now torque tau equal to mb sin theta. Now from this capital M equal to tau by b sin theta. Tau is given, b is given and theta is given. Like 2.5 into 10 power minus 6 by b is 5 into 10 power minus 2 into sin 30 is 1 by 2. Now 5.5 are equal to, now m equal to 2 will go up, 2 into 0.5 1. So it will become 10 power minus 4. That but here in the question, they have not given the pole strength because magnetic moment equal to pole strength into length of the magnet. Then length of the magnet will become m by m. So we calculated capital M, but we don't know small m. So I think there is something missing in the question. Maybe it is while copy pasting or something, but the procedure I explained you, like here they should have given the pole strength also, or they can give the length of the magnet and they can ask pole strength. Anything can happen. So but it is like a kind of incomplete question, but I am telling you, if the length of the magnet is okay, something they will give and they can ask what is the pole strength. So that is what, or that would be the question actually. So but anyhow here, if they give pole strength, you can find length. If they give length, you can find pole strength depending upon the question. Just try to understand carefully. Now, after this, the second question is, the work done in turning a magnet of magnetic moment M by an angle 90 degrees from the meridian is n times the corresponding work done to turn it through an angle of 60 degrees. What is the value of n? From the meridian means, now see here, work done is minus mb cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. This is the work done. Now, work done in rotating from the meridian by an angle 90 degrees. So, from the meridian means theta 1 is 0 degrees. In first case, it is theta 2 90. So, cos 90 minus cos 0, one case. And in second case, W2 is minus MB, that is cos 60 minus cos 0. And they said that the first work is n times the second work. So that here minus MB cos 90 0 minus 1. So 0 minus 1 equal to n times minus MB cos 60 is 1 by 2 minus 1. So here minus MB cancel. So this is minus 1 equal to n into minus 1 by 2. Now minus of minus get cancelled. So n equal to 2. This is what you need to understand. Now the another question. A bar magnet of magnetic moment. So they have given the magnetic moment, that is 2 ampere meter square, is free to rotate about a vertical axis through its center. The magnet is released from rest from the east-west position. Find the kinetic energy of the magnet as it takes the north-south position. So the horizontal component of the Earth's magnetic field is 25 microtesla. Earth's magnetic field is from south to north. Here, the main thing is a bar magnet having magnetic moment they have given is free to rotate about its vertical axis. So, it can rotate about its vertical axis like this. Now the magnet is released from rest from the east-west direction. Let's take this is like east-west direction. Find the kinetic energy of the magnet as it takes the north-south position. Then the horizontal component of Earth magnetic field, which is from south to north. See, the magnet will rotate in the presence of Earth magnetic field. That is horizontal component. How much is the horizontal component? That is 25 microtesla. Now, the magnetic field is along north-south direction. Initially, the magnet is at an angle 90 degrees, east-west direction like this. So, the initial angle is theta 1 equal to 90 degrees. Now, when it rotated along north-south, that means theta 2 will become 180 degrees. Then the work done equal to minus MB cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. So cos 180 minus cos 90 equal to minus MB. Cos 180 is minus 1, cos 90 is 0. So it will become minus of minus plus MB. Now work done is nothing but change in kinetic energy. Change in kinetic energy nothing but gain in kinetic energy. This is nothing but decrease in potential energy equal to increase in kinetic energy. That is what they are asking, that find the kinetic energy of the magnet as it takes the north-south position. So that means here in the question what is happening is the magnet is getting rotated as it is falling down under the effect of Earth horizontal magnetic field. So that the gain in kinetic energy nothing but final minus initial, where initial kinetic energy is 0 because it is free fall. So final kinetic energy equal to what? mb. M value given, B value given. You can substitute and get the answer. Now, the next question, a short bar magnet of magnetic moment is placed in a uniform magnetic field if the bar magnet is free to rotate in the plane of the field. Which orientation would correspond to its stable and unstable equilibrium? What is the potential energy of the magnet in each case? Now, generally potential energy is minus mb cos theta as we discussed. So, theta 0 degrees means u is minus mb, that is minimum, that we called as stable equilibrium. And theta equal to 180 degrees means u equal to plus mb, and that is maximum, that we call it as unstable equilibrium. So, the orientation 0 degrees corresponds to stable and the 180 degrees corresponds to an unstable equilibrium. And what is the magnetic potential energy means minus mb and plus mb correspondingly. Now one last and final question. A bar magnet of magnetic moment m1 is axially cut it into two equal parts. If these two pieces are placed arranged perpendicular to each other, see there is one bar magnet where magnetic moment is m into 2l. Now you cut them into two pieces along its axis. Now as I said, m1 equal to m2 equal to m by 2. Now we placed them perpendicular to each other like this. Now when you place them perpendicular to each other, now one is m1, another one is m2, they are along perpendicular direction. Now the resultant magnetic moment will become m1 square plus m2 square. Now, see M1 is initial one. M2 is the resultant one, MR. So, according to the question, they are asking initial by net. So, they are telling M1 by M2. But according to that, M by MR, initial by net. That means M by under root M square by 4 plus M square by 4. That is root 2 times m by root 2 will become m by root 2. So the answer will become root 2. So this way, as I said, the questions can be asked based on the combination of magnets, nothing but effective magnetic moment. So this is how the question will be asked based on the what is the magnetic moment, what is the work done in rotating the magnet from one position to another position, what is the effective magnetic moment of two magnets kept in contact. So based on that, I have given the similar kind of questions as assignment. So please try to understand and try to solve them. So thank you all of you. We'll continue the same thing. We'll continue in the next session with the next class. As usual, even I have given the NCERT numericals also. Please try to solve everything. Thank you all of you.